Today, we're diving into one of the wildest mysteries on the internet, the lost empire of Tartaria. Was it a real advanced civilization that was erased from history, or is it just a historical hoax cooked up by conspiracy theorists? Stick around, because this one is a roller coaster. Let's start with the fact. Tartaria, or Tartary, wasn't some secret empire. It's a term you'll find on old European maps from the 13th to 19th century, used to describe a huge chunk of Asia. Think Siberia, Central Asia, parts of Mongolia. Back then, European geographers didn't know much about the region, so they slapped Tartary on it like a catch-all label. The people there? Mostly nomadic groups like the Mongols and Turkish tribe. Real culture with real history, not a unified empire. As exploration improved, the term faded out. Pretty straightforward, right? Well, not for everyone. Here's where things get juicy. Fast forward to the 21st century, and Tartaria has become the darling of conspiracy circle. The story goes like this. Tartaria wasn't just some vague region. It was a globe-spanning, super-advanced civilization with mind-blowing tech and architecture. Think free energy, giant cities, the works. Then, poof, it's gone. Wiped out by a mud flood or some global catastrophe, and the survivors' history was scrubbed by shadowy elites. Buildings like the U.S. Capitol or Notre Dame, Tartarian relics, they say, not 18th or 19th century creation. This idea exploded online around 2016 to 2018. YouTube channels, Reddit threads like R Tartaria, and X posts started buzzing. One X-user, at RedPillDrifter, claims CIA documents prove Tartaria was real and covered up by Soviet Russia. Another, at Sirius B. Shaman, spins a tale of Tartaria rising in 66 AD as Rome fell. TikTok's #Tartaria, nearly 3 million views for that one. The evidence? Old maps showing Tartary, fancy buildings with buried windows, and a distrust of mainstream history. They say it's all too grand to be recent. It must be ancient Tartarian tech. But here's the reality check. Historians like Rachel Fulton Brown from the University of Chicago say there's zero evidence for this. Tartary on maps? It's just a placeholder, not proof of an empire. Those stunning buildings? Well, we've got records, architects, dates, blueprints. The U.S. Capitol was finished in 1800. Notre Dame was started in the 1100s. No mud flood required. The mud flood idea? It's often tied to half-buried windows in old cities, but that's just soil settling or urban expansion, not a global cover-up. And the Russian angle? Like claims from pseudo-historian Anatoly Fomenko, ties Tartaria to nationalist fantasy, but Russian Geographical Society calls it an extremist fantasy. Even the CIA file from 1957 floating around X. It's about Soviet revisions of Tartar history, not a lost empire. Social media loves this stuff. X posts and Reddit's 23,000 strong Tartaria community thrive on it. But it's more vibe than fact. Scholars say it's a mix of ignorance and wishful thinking, fueled by discontent with modern life. It's not just about old maps, it's about us. People see ugly glass boxes today and wonder, what happened to the beauty? Tartaria is a fantasy escape, a lost golden age. It's got QAnon vibes, promising hidden truths. But here's the kicker. Believing this can distort real history. Some X-posts even twist it to justify things like Russia's Ukraine invasion, claiming it's actually reclaiming Tartarian land. That's where it gets dicey. So fact or hoax? Tartaria as a lost empire is a hoax. No hard evidence, just speculation, cool stories. But it's a heck of a tale, and it shows how much we love a mystery. What do you think? Hidden civilization or internet myth? Drop your thoughts below. Smash the like button if you enjoyed this, and subscribe for more deep dive. See you next time.